It's important that my clients understand, and any smoker really, that any time, effort, or money spent on quitting smoking in the past wasn't in vain. Quite the opposite, actually. Remember, quitting will require, on average, 6 to 8 attempts. If you make impulsive attempts without any real preparation, your number will just be higher. On the other hand, if you make planned, thoughtful attempts like you're doing with this program, your number will be lower. I believe anybody can quit smoking. The wild cards are: one, how long do you want it to take? And two, how hard do you want it to be? You enrolled in this program to improve both of those metrics because it's a lot easier to follow a path than it is to create one of your own. In any event, be assured that every effort, no matter how small or short-lived, was a valuable and necessary part of your personal quit journey. I often refer to past attempts as your quit resume. The more experience you have, the better, statistically. Back when the focus of this program was more about the laser, it wasn't uncommon for smokers to arrive at their appointment with their heads hanging low, reciting all of the previous failed attempts at quitting. That was music to my ears because I knew statistically they were far more likely to quit with laser, sheerly from a numbers perspective alone. I tried everything and the laser was the only thing that worked for me. But the same might be true for Chantix if a smoker had made 6 to 8 previous attempts. As in, I tried everything and Chantix was the only thing that worked for me. You see? Now, as much as I enjoy hearing how much this, that, or the other thing didn't work, I've always felt an ethical obligation to set the record straight. One, it's not fair to the reputation of these products or services if a disproportionate amount of the responsibility for quitting was put on them. Take Chantix, for example. I assure you that Chantix was working. Once ingested, you can't prevent it from working. It did exactly what it was supposed to do for you. The same goes for the patch and even a laser treatment. A fairer statement might be, Chantix alone wasn't enough to help me overcome my dependence on the world's most powerful drug. Now, if you experience side effects, whole different story. Then it didn't work for you. But there's a difference. It's not that it didn't work, it's that it didn't work for you. The second reason this discussion is important relates to ownership. Only once you accept ownership and responsibility for quitting will you ever be able to quit, or will you ever be able to develop a pure sense of control over your addiction. And that sense of control is what allows motivation and confidence to develop. You see, smokers have been conditioned to rely entirely on something out of their control to help them achieve the most important thing in their lives. It's no wonder smokers often feel a sense of utter hopelessness about quitting. Once you take ownership of quitting, like you've already done by being here, all of your tools will work harder for you. But they shouldn't be entirely responsible for whether or not you become a non-smoker. That's simply not fair. And that mindset will keep you from being successful.